This is the DJI Mini 5 Pro, the highly anticipated successor to the already fantastic DJI Mini 4 Pro, but with one big upgrade, the 1-inch sensor. There's no doubt when I got this that it would be a great drone, as the Mini 4 Pro already takes great videos and great photos. But the big question that I had is, does the 1-inch sensor make as big of a difference as everyone is making it out to be? And is it worth it to upgrade from the DJI Mini 4 Pro? I'm gonna focus mainly on the camera quality because the other features that got updated with this drone don't really matter that much to me. Yes, the Mini 5 Pro now has LiDAR, which means better obstacle avoidance, particularly in low light situations, which is cool, better peace of mind for sure, but definitely not a reason to upgrade for me. The gimbal rotation feature, I also don't really care about. It's cool, I guess, but I don't really shoot those kind of shots, and for me, this isn't really a selling point of the drone. So let's jump into the camera quality. I thought the best way to do this would be to show some side-by-side shots shot by the Mini 5 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro and see if there's any real discernible difference between the two drones. You can do this in two ways. You can shoot the same clip with both drones and then see if you can tell which is which, or you can just throw a bunch of clips together, some shot with the Mini 4 Pro, some shot with the Mini 5 Pro, and see if you can tell which is which. So in order to be somewhat thorough, I did both. So watch carefully and try to guess which clip came from which drone. And for the results, did any of those surprise you? Okay, now moving on to a similar shot by both drones. Okay, so it's pretty clear to me anyways that the video quality on the Mini 5 Pro is better than the Mini 4 Pro, although the difference isn't huge. The video quality out of the Mini 4 Pro is still fantastic and more than sufficient, particularly for YouTube. But what about for photos? The Mini 5 Pro takes 50 megapixel photos, whereas the Mini 4 Pro took 48 megapixel photos. But to be honest, I can't really tell the difference at all. I think both the photos that come out of the Mini 4 Pro and the Mini 5 Pro are fantastic, and I think you'd be splitting hairs to try and pick each of them apart. One really nice addition to the Mini 5 Pro that I haven't touched on yet is the 2x telezoom feature on video. It is done in the DJI software. It's not a separate lens specifically for the 2x telezoom, but they really did a great job in doing it in the software such that you can't really see a huge downgrade in quality when you're using the 2x telezoom. Now, obviously, if you buy a Mavic 4 Pro or one of the more expensive DJI drones, they have dedicated telezoom lenses on the drone. So your quality for those are just going to be much higher. But for a drone of this size and this price range, I think it's a really great addition. So circling back to the question of would I upgrade from the DJI Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 5 Pro? Well, not me specifically, I already did, but like in general. So we kind of need to look at pricing to make this decision. So in Canada anyways, it's $14.29 for the DJI Mini 5 Pro with the Fly More kit, which includes the drone, the RC2 controller, the extra batteries, and also a set of ND filters, which in my opinion is a nice little add by DJI in the Fly More combo. The bag that the drone comes in is also quite a bit bigger for some reason, so you can also actually now even fit a small camera in there if you wanted to. Now, looking at the Mini 4 Pro, right now you can pick up the Fly More combo in Canada anyways for $12.35. Once you add in the ND filter set to make it apples to apples, it's about 1,300 Canadian dollars. So the difference is 130 Canadian dollars if you're buying them both brand new at the time of recording this video. Now, if you're upgrading from a Mini 3 or a Mini 3 Pro and you're trying to decide which of the two drones to get, and you're buying them brand new, I would definitely recommend getting the DJI Mini 5 Pro, as it's only $130 more than the Mini 4 Pro. That being said, if you don't care if the drone is used, you can pick up a Mini 4 Pro right now on Marketplace for around 1,100 Canadian dollars. Now, if you're upgrading from a Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 5 Pro, it means you would need to sell your 4 Pro online or some other way. And like I just said, right now on Marketplace, the Mini 4 Pro is going for around $1,100. So the difference once you sell your Mini 4 Pro is like $330. Now, is it worth $330 Canadian to go from the Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 5 Pro? It's kind of like this with anything that you purchase in life, but particularly I see with camera gear, people like to buy the best of the best all the time, upgrade every single year, whether or not they can afford it. And I think this is a mistake. My personal opinion is if you can buy it in cash and you have the means to do so, not putting it on a credit card, not using Klarna or Affirm or any of those programs that are buy now, pay later, then go ahead and do it. You should really only be buying camera gear that you can afford. So for me, I buy, I use, I test, I review a lot of different camera gear. So for me, it was worth the extra couple $100 to buy the Mini 5 Pro. But the Mini 4 Pro is still a fantastic drone, and it's definitely something that I would recommend if you're just getting into drones to pick up a used version of the Mini 4 Pro versus buying a brand new drone. However, if you just have a bunch of money to spend and you want that bigger sensor to just get the maximum quality video that you can get out of one of these mini drones, then by all means buy the Mini 5 Pro. You're not going to be disappointed. Okay, one last little caveat that a lot of people are getting hung up on with the Mini 5 Pro is the weight. Now, it's marketed as being a 249 gram drone. However, with the first batch of shipments that went out, including the one that I have, it's a couple grams over that. Now, in reality, does this make a difference? Probably not. I've actually never been stopped by anyone for flying a drone. However, when you are flying a drone, it is your responsibility to ensure that it's within the weight limits set by your country. So in most places in the world, that means under 250 grams to be in that micro drone category. In Europe, they've accepted the couple gram difference on the Mini 5 Pro, and they've just deemed it as manufacturing errors or manufacturing allowances. But other places in the world haven't done so yet, at least as far as I know. So you really fly unregistered at your own risk. Hopefully DJI corrects this on the next batch of drones that goes out, because in my opinion, it's a weird choice to take a drone that was once a micro drone and you don't need to register. That's kind of how it's marketed, and then take that away. We'll see what happens, but for now, I'm not really too concerned about it. Like I said, I've never been pulled over or stopped while I've been flying a drone. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, and you want to keep seeing stuff like this, then be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on my next video. I'll see you guys in the next one.